Hey guys, Greg here. That feels like gimmick infringement. What's up, yins guys? It's Greg Cherry. I'm here to react to a video, and our good buddy Maven just uploaded a video last week about the world's cheapest wrestler. Now, this is the first time I've seen the video. I intentionally did not watch the video so I could react in real time with all yins. So, let's get it going. For the record, and just before anybody makes any accusations or anything, I got clearance from Maven to do it. So let's get into it. Let's see what kind of weird stuff the world's cheapest wrestler gets into.
My buddy started noticing I would do things like save my water bottles. To me, not that big of a deal. You have a plastic water bottle, you refill it. I think where they started to get a little concerned is when they opened my fridge and I had this collection of water bottles that looked like raisins because they had been used so often. So this eventually led to my friend saying, hey, you have to try out for TLC's Extreme Cheapskates.
I've never heard of the TLC show, Extreme Cheapskates. I've heard that extreme couponing, but never the Extreme Cheapskates show. Also, saving water bottles is not that big of a deal. I guess if you reuse it once or twice, that's not a big deal. If you're reusing it about 20, 30 times, I mean, how much is a pack of water bottles anymore? $5 for a 40 pack of water?
Maven, one thing I still get a lot of slack for.
Right.
Believe it or not.
Funko Pops?
Not the Funko Pops, but what's behind the Funko Pops. The one thing I still get some slack for. A lot of people remember this from the episode. Reusing tissues. I leave them by the window.
Why?
They dry.
Okay. I guess I should preface this by saying reusing a tissue, if you've only used half of it or something, that's fine. But there's a health code violation there. That there's gotta be. I mean, that's... I just can't... And somebody's getting over a sickness as we speak. Looking at that's okay, well, I'm taking an extra dose of NyQuil tonight. Holy shit. Tissues dry, they're your own boogers? What are you talking about? It's still, contaminated with, sickness and bacteria and all that stuff. It's this isn't hygienic, man. What do you... Okay, and again, how much is a box of tissues? $2 for a box? Why do you have to reuse tissues? They're not that expensive. I know things have gone up in price, but damn, man.
I come from a family. We're full of allergies. Everyone has seasonal allergies. As a kid, before I was even diagnosed, I really struggled. Sneezing, runny nose every single night before school. I would have this pile next to my bed. And I think that's where it really started, because the pile would dry up. I'd wake up at 2 a.m. and I would just grab it and use it. Wake up at 4 a.m., grab it and use it. Sometimes it would get so bad I'd have a bloody nose almost every day before school. So when I think about this, it's not that big of a deal for me. It's something I've done my entire life, just letting a tissue dry.
You've conditioned yourself to it.
I suppose,
You've conditioned yourself to nasty habits.
Listen, nasty's a strong word, all right?
I don't think nasty's that strong a word. I admire the resourcefulness as a kid, really, but to do it in your 30s and stuff, it's man, you have a job, right? It's not that expensive to buy a pack of tissues. Even one of those travel packs of tissues or something like that. Man, come on. Tissues for a 4-pack are $6. Yeah, I know all this stuff adds up, but at the same time, man, hygiene. You don't know what's crawling around on that window now.
So with the tissues, you have to be really delicate, especially once they're wet, which is why I dry them, because any sort of tear, of course, then they gotta go.
Yeah, once the hole's there, that's when you gotta go. There's the line once it's broken. Okay.
Gym memberships cost so much money. $20 a month, that adds up to over $200 a year. Insane. And I'm not about to buy all of my own workout equipment. Imagine the amount of weights and plates and everything I'd have to get. That's insane. So, instead, I have access to something that everyone has access to. Boom.
No way.
Can train every part of your body with these.
Matt, you got to show me this.
I'm going to show you. I'm going to show you how it's done. Maybe what I love about this?
Okay.
Versatility. Check this out. Bicep curls. Boom. Want a little hammer curl? That's no problem. We got hammer curls.
All right.
Right? You want to do some squats? Throw them on your shoulders. There we go. Real deep.
Okay.
You can do anything. You want to do shoulders? You can press.
I actually don't hate that one. Like that's kind of a genius use to use it as ice and also use it as a cheap way to work out. I mean, I respect it. It's nothing that I would have thought of, but I think that using something like that for not its intended purpose, but it actually benefits you. Okay, all right, Matt, you won me over on that one. Still think the tissue thing is disgusting.
Oh, your mom shaved your head.
She did. She did.
Did she really shave your head, or was that just for TLC?
My head, I did need some help with. I want to make sure I didn't have any spots missing or anything like that. Could have done it myself. However, it was quicker.
They have this new invention. It's called a mirror. And when you hold a mirror up with another mirror behind you, you get a full view of the back of your head.
I thought you were going to tell me about, this one wipe cream and that's it. Everything's gone.
No, the creams are horse shit. To this day, you still have that smooth head. Please tell me, do you shave your own head now, or does the wife help you?
My wife helps me periodically. My wife helps me more. Let me just say this. My wife helps me more when I have to shave the whole body. Same thing with my mom. I'm going to say it. When I first started wrestling and I was a nice young buck.
Yeah.
Mom, I can't see that area right here where it gets really hairy on my shoulders.
I wish I would have bought you a thing in Nair. Nair will change your life.
So the thing with the bald head, obviously, I can't relate. But it's one of those things where, I mean, if you can't reach a part while you're shaving, then might as well ask for some help. Better to look good than not.
All right, Matt, what are we looking at now?
This is the treasure chest. This is all of my original gear, which I still have. It's still in solid condition.
Okay, gear original.
Yeah.
What year did you debut?
2008. I got this on sale when I first started wrestling.
Okay.
I didn't, what do I know? I don't know anything about gear.
Did you hit someone up to make you wrestling gear?
No, I kind of went to Walmart and just picked this off the shelf. And as I said, this fits pretty well. It looks like wrestling gear.
As somebody whose wrestling gear probably would have been a t-shirt and track pants, I get not wanting to spend a whole lot on it. So granted, I knew I was never going to make the big time with the stuff I was wearing. But regardless, I still went out there. I still did my thing. And granted, there's not a whole lot of proof of that out there. But yeah, I kind of get, as far as when you're first starting out, if you want to be taken seriously, though, you got to invest in yourself. Got to spend money to make money. At least that's what I've heard.
Oh, gosh.
Oh, gosh.
I wish I kept these a little neater.
Wait a minute, this is just trash. Here,
No,
there's a garbage can over there.
no.
There's a garbage can over there. Let me throw it away for you.
This is not trash. In every pro wrestling locker room,
Right?
people are begging for wrist tape.
Yes.
It's a hot commodity.
Yeah, it's
People
also,
throw it out.
It's also something that you can go to any Dick's Sporting Goods and buy for a few bucks.
I'm very concerned about how much this guy spends on laundry. If it's just a gimmick for the sake of being a wrestler, I don't think the tissues is. The tissues is still, that blows my mind. But why wrist tape? Like, it's such for some people, it's such an unimportant part of the gear. I maybe I just don't get it. I don't know.
How old is this wrist tape?
So it's at least a year old. The wrist tape's at least a year old. So there's probably a couple of people's wrist tape, together.
So wait a minute, it's not even just your wrist. It's
No.
How many people's DNA are we going to find on that wrist tape?
Including the people they wrestled?
Oh gosh, I didn't even think about that.
You could absolutely reuse this. You just got to take one strand at a time. You might break it up a little bit.
Okay.
You hold it. You got to make sure you hold it good because it kind of, doesn't stick as well. The adhesive is a little off.
Well, yeah, the adhesive's a little off. It looks like you're wrapping a straw wrapper around your wrist.
I do got to ask. I'm sitting here looking at what to me looks like an 8th grade science experiment.
Yeah.
Is it a tea bag?
It is a tea bag.
Okay.
Tea bag with a little dispenser. A lot of people asked me about tanning. A lot of wrestlers tan. However, a tea bag,
Okay.
you soak it in water, you let it, fill it up.
Okay.
And it brings out your olive glow. Like if you're already tan, like someone like you and I,
Okay.
with who already have a little bit of a complexion,
Yeah.
this will bring it out. It'll make you shine, it'll make you shimmer, and it'll make you look extra bronze.
So I missed out.
He's got it down to a T. I mean, what sense does this actually make? You're just gonna smell like black tea. Like that's all it is. It's just a regular old tea bag. Like what it gives you like a tan. I've never tried to pour tea on myself, or at least not intentionally. And I've never thought about like bathing myself in tea water, or I guess tea. New Girl reference.
This is a true story, and I'm not kidding about this. 100% true. We get done with Monday Night Raw one night, and I want to say it was about 1 o'clock when we got to the hotel that Randy and I were staying at, and I had a 6 a.m. flight. It's 5 hours. I did not want to spend $200 on renting a hotel room for not even 5 hours. I would have to leave in 3 hours. I asked the young lady at the counter, do you have any rooms that just haven't been made up yet that I can go into? She said yes. She said, this room the guy checked out about 2 hours ago. It's all yours. I went in, and obviously it was, towels dirty. But here's the key. There was 2 beds. One bed was unmade. The other bed was perfectly fine. Score. Are you proud of me? Are you proud of my cost cutting?
I am very proud, because that's something that
You would have done?
I'm not sure I would have thought of to do.
That's actually brilliant. I mean, I don't know if that's a scenario where somebody checks out that late at night, but I think that's a pretty smart idea. I remember one time, my wife, my best friend, and I traveled down to WrestleMania, and we actually got a hotel room for about 6 hours. Interesting story I'll have to tell sometime, but we literally checked in and checked out with the same person because we were on a road trip from Pennsylvania down to Miami, Florida. And that was something I don't think we did before, and something I don't think we've done since. But using a hotel room for a couple hours in a fresh bed and you don't have to pay for it, good on you, Maven. Smart.
Do you have any regrets about taping the boots or about your overall appearance, how you portrayed yourself at your tryout?
I'm not disappointed in how I looked per se, but I don't think I got across who I am. I think what I was wearing and what I was doing stood out so much more than what I had to offer.
Is there a part of you that thought the cheap maybe could be the gimmick?
Absolutely. When they kind of nixed it right away, I was surprised because I thought to myself, why don't we take this and make it into something?
Well, I noticed you've done that in the shirt you're wearing. In Cheap We Trust.
I have. I smartened up. When the episode first happened, I was going under the name the #1 attraction, Matt Saxon. And I didn't realize what I could build this off of. I don't want to be known as the cheapest wrestler in the world. I want to be known as the #1 attraction, Matt Saxon.
Right.
Looking at it now, that's so silly.
Who cares?
Irrelevant.
Yeah, who cares?
No, if I could take something and make it popular and make people interested in it, that's all that matters.
Absolutely.
People were already interested in this.
Absolutely.
So I took that ball and I dropped it.
Learning what works and what doesn't is incredibly important. And not just wrestling, but no matter what you do, if you find a formula that works and people enjoy it, keep that formula up. I know adaptation is a big part of life, but if you find something that works, strike the iron while it's hot. So yeah, it was definitely a missed opportunity because the cheapest wrestler in the world gimmick, that probably had some legs.
Now, Matt, people obviously remember you from TLC's Extreme Cheapskates, but that was over 10 years ago. How has life changed for you?
So I got married, I had children, and I realized, 10 years pass, a lot has changed and a lot needs to change. So although it's important for me to show them the value of $1, there's just some things that are worth the money.
Well, he has kids, so we know he didn't reuse condoms. I took that from Maven's Patreon comment section, so whoever said that, give you credit for it. So there you go. It's an interesting story. I think definitely, as far as the wrestling world is concerned, he missed out because, again, other than this video, I had never heard of him. But I think had he utilized that gimmick, especially coming off of TLC, and used that to his advantage, he might be a bigger deal. He might have a big indie run, or he might be part of like AEW or WWE or NXT or something like that. You never know. Like, if you strike hot something on the indies and it gains natural traction, or it gains a following of some kind, then there's a reason for people to get behind you. But yeah, definitely interesting. So I hope you guys enjoyed this video. I hope that you enjoyed a little bit of commentary from watching this video. I think that it was a good time. And if you want me to react to more of this stuff, more of Maven's videos, then I'll absolutely do that. But if you want to see Maven put his wrestling trivia knowledge on the line, I have a video about that. And you can click the link on screen. Don't be a jag.